Hello, EDW staff. This is information that I'm sharing with you about the start to our 17-18 school year that I believe is critical for us to make sure that we've revisited just at least briefly before the start of students. Our outcomes are just a quick review of procedures and access to resources. In particular, looking at PBIS and Envoy. So Envoy, a number of our staff had attended training this summer related to Envoy. So you'll see some of those strategies in support of our PBIS structure that will continue. On our landing page, you will find a document under the PBIS header that lists all the monthly themes. And we'll, of course, be revisiting those in our PLC groundings on the PLC calendar. In particular, I really encourage us to continue to look forward to our disproportionate referrals for black students. So in particular, our black students are 4 times more likely to be referred to the office than our white students. And so that is part of the work that we need to continue to work with in thinking about supporting all of our students. The landing page. Of course, this is a critical document for you within Google Docs. If there is anything that you need to be able to complete your work, it is my job to be able to provide that for you in an on-demand access opportunity so that I don't want you to have to store or try and figure out what document and what information is where. My goal is that you'd be able to go back to the landing page and have quick access to any information that you need. It's a way to navigate through so many documents and things that are present for you to be able to focus on the teaching and the learning aspect of our work. You definitely know that there are some changes that are happening as we look at our budget constrictions. So the number one piece is that our number of paraprofessionals supporting the general education program has decreased by about half. So that means that we're going to do things differently. So as it comes to doing the passport, the aspects that had been in the past delegated towards teacher assistant time will now be done as part of our overall training with the teacher. And so that includes bathroom, camp recess, and lunch. And so just make sure that you're guiding through with your students related to that. There is no schedule that backs it up just because you as a teacher will have the opportunity to be able to schedule that as you see fit. Another piece that has changed is that the amount of resource for us having an administrative assistant, and this is Dave Miller's role, has decreased, and along with that his responsibilities have decreased as well too. So bus training will also be something that classroom teachers will be completing as part of the passport. Here are the important elements that every student needs to know about riding the bus, and so I'll send these to you in an email as well. And then we do have a bus that will be present here on Friday, September 7th. It'll be out in the parking lot, and it is something that you can choose to take your class to if you want to have the bus for part of that training. Breakfast, you saw an email from me about the change in breakfast practice, and this relates directly back to 1, our lunch schedule, and 2, just the number of adults we have to supervise in the lunchroom. So breakfast will be a grab and go, so that children will not be eating breakfast in the cafe. Grades 1 through 6 will eat in the classroom. Kindergarten and pre-K can choose classroom or cafe because they have the adult extra support, the limited time that we have, and then they would be responsible for cleaning up and maintaining the cafeteria. The intervention time, a big change to our intervention program, and you heard me reference this in our back to school piece, will be okay. Our students will continue to grow, and we don't have the amount of resource to do the work the way that we chose to do it before. So kindergarten will be using teacher assistants and reading core. Grades 1 through 3 will be using reading core. That's Sarah Burns, a half-time there. The kindergarten reading core member is Robert Hinchberger, and he is there 7 hours a day. And then grades 1 through 3 will be doing intervention group with Siri as well too. And that would be in literacy. Grades 4 through 6 will work with me to determine how, where, and when intervention may happen. Notice the word may. Since there is no additional resource outside of Math Core, this will be a flexible conversation, so one of the things that we'll work together around unfolding. And once again, our core instruction is solid, and so that daily guided reading and that core lesson are really pieces along with the writing that have shown to be effective for our students. Behavior, you'll be getting more information from me around Jody supporting students who had 3 or more behavioral referrals last year. Dismissal, just a review of some of our procedures. Grades 1 through 3 dismiss at 3:55, and the expectation is that teachers walk the children to the bus. Grades 4 through 6 dismiss at 4 p.m. from the classroom. Kindergarten is dismissed through the patrol system, and Dave Miller will still be supervising the patrol system. Mandated reporting, just a quick reminder that we all are mandated reporters, and that is that if we ever feel that a child is in harm, then it's our responsibility to act on it. There is a training module on the landing page that I'd ask you to review. We'll come back and review that over the landing or the PLC grounding as well too. And as always, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to sort through that with you. A mandated report comes from any member of our school community, and if there's ever any question from a parent or anybody else coming into the school about a mandated report, that always comes to me. So always feel free to direct those questions to me, because I'm the only one that will be able to help support answering that, and it's typically little to no information for them. Committees, licensed staff are on a committee, so please take a chance to visit this. There is a document on the landing page as well as a link to the responsibilities. Along with our budget reductions, there was a change to leadership, so that leadership will be meeting just once a month, and then I'll be sharing information more electronically. Evening commitments for all licensed staff are also linked on the landing page, and this is just a quick overview. So the PTA meetings, one member from the team is expected at this, so typically that would be an every third year rotation. You are more than welcome to bring the entire team, but really only one team member is required. Conferences, and then grade level concert. And then at the bottom, there's a choice this year, which is either a kindergarten roundup, which was a required activity last year, or a donation of time with students for the carnival. And I'll touch on that in just a little bit. And in fact, here it is. And so for the carnival, a change here is that there will be no classroom baskets, and that was around really trying to minimize the time that teachers you have to spend around gathering information or materials and then assembling those, as well as looking at what are the elements that really draw in the resources to support us in our work. And that really is time. And so in that way, the Carnival Committee has recognized that the events that we do, like Dave McCarthy has volunteered to birthday parties and supporting in the gym, are huge draws for our families. And so my request to you and the Carnival Committee request to you is that you would consider volunteering some of your time to be able to offer as part of the silent auction. And so I, for example, I'm going to take 2 students to lunch, and then I'll do another one where we'll do a field trip and explore the Roseville Fire Station. And so just really being able to spend that time with children is a great piece, and will help support our PTA Carnival as well too. And that all of those resources come back to us in our work for students. Important resources that I want to make sure that you take time to revisit on the landing page. The staff handbook, please reread it or read it for the first time. It is linked there for you. Look at the building activity calendar. We're making a purposeful effort to have all of our activities that involve the facilities on that calendar. It's called Emmett D. Williams Building Activity Calendar. I sync mine to the phone as well too. Certainly not something that you have to do, but if you're interested in that, I can show you how to do that. Once again, revisit the mandated reporting information, and then of course our master schedule is there as well too. Once again, coming back to that landing page being the place where all of your documents should be, or just a one-stop shop for you. That's my goal. If you have any questions, of course, please let me know. Thank you very much for your time.